and I went to sixth form for a year, and I felt it wasn't really for me. It was a bit too much kind of classroom learning. I wasn't kind of understanding what they were talking about, and so I decided to go for an apprenticeship, as then I'd get hands-on experience with the products I'm making, and I'd be able to understand kind of what they do in the real world and how they work.
I've always valued experience over education, but that's not to say that education isn't also important, and therefore the apprenticeship route was the best for me, where I could do both. I can expand my skills whilst also getting a degree.
When I was in year 8, I went to a careers fair, and Teledyne, well not at the time ETV, but Teledyne ETV were there, and all it took was that one conversation, me and my mum talking to Chris and some apprentices, and I wanted to from then. And then from that point I just focused on my learning on trying to become an apprentice here.
I first knew that I wanted to join the apprenticeship after the open day. It was back in 2018. I actually found an advert of the open day on the back of a bus ticket, and I came along, talked to the apprentices and Chris, the manager of the apprentices, and I was eager to go through the interview process to join the company.
I first got introduced to apprenticeships when Chris Hawkins, the manager here, came around to my school on a careers fair. He came with a couple of other apprentices, and basically they spoke me through the process and the education which I'd be getting and the kind of experience I'd be getting on site, and that's basically what led me to become an apprentice.
I think it's had a really positive start to my career, as I'm in an engineering company where I'm able to build contacts and experience before leaving education fully. It's also a good segue, so half in education, half out, sort of a sudden jolt into working life. Gives me a familiar sense of working, and then it also pushes me to new experiences and new ways of learning.
My apprenticeships have allowed me to gain skills and experience, as well as building up a network which has opened doors towards my current role. The apprenticeship route has allowed me to take a more hands-on approach to learning. I'm now working towards my business management degree whilst working full-time as a project management associate in engineering.
I've always loved designing and working with 3D CAD, and in the last 3 years that I've been here, I've done more than I thought I was ever capable of. I've worked on packages and products that eventually will go to space one day, and I've helped improve our understanding of the design tools that we use, and I'm sure there's way more to come. That's just the tip of the iceberg. The apprenticeship scheme is great on its own, but you get so much more out of it than just a degree.
Oh, I think it's had a massive positive impact, because when you go out of uni, you've often either have 1 year of placement or 2 years if you're lucky. Most of the time you either come out with no experience in the working world or a year or two working experience, whereas myself and other higher apprentices, they're always going to come out with 5 years experience in the industry as well as a degree, and for the technicians they're going to come out with a BTEC as well as 4 years, I believe, experience. So, and that puts them head and shoulders above people who have gone to college to do a course in level 3 engineering. So yeah, I think it's had a massive positive impact.
So I think one of the biggest impacts the scheme's had on me is my confidence. When I came here, I came straight from GCSEs, which meant I hadn't been exposed to a huge amount of people and huge amount of sort of interview processes and big awards evenings or meetings or presentations that I had to do myself. Over the course of 3-4 years, I've actually developed my skills massively, allowing me to do presentations and awards evenings in front of massive groups of people at various different schools, and both internally and externally. Personally, no. Main reason being the fact that I think an apprenticeship offers you all the same potential that a university degree will have, albeit a slightly longer scheme in comparison to that of a university degree. However, the only different sort of aspects which you'll get is 5 years of work experience and also 5 years of actually being in industry with people around you. The only thing which you do miss out on slightly is the social aspect that you get at uni. However, as an apprentice, you'll be with another 30 odd apprentices around you, all whom are going through the exact same experiences as you, and will be able to rely upon you and you'll rely upon them to get work done and basically complete the stuff which you're meant to be doing here.
No, I don't regret not going to uni, because after uni I would have looked for a job exactly like this, and to have this job whilst also finishing my education that is being paid for by the company is absolutely perfect.
I'd say it doesn't really matter how old you are or kind of what you think you're capable of. If you pass the interview stage, then they think that you have the potential and that you can do well. I went to sixth form for a year and I felt that was not for me, and so going down different avenues doesn't cut you off from becoming an apprentice. In fact, apprenticeships help you to realise kind of where you want to go in life and kind of what it is you want to do, and it really helps you understand kind of what you should plan for in the future and how to best prepare for that.
A piece of advice that I was given early on is to take every opportunity you are offered.
A piece of advice I'd give for someone entering the scheme is always show passion and always have an open mind. Don't turn down any opportunities when you start. But when you do find your niche, when you find your talent, make sure you strive to become the best at it.